It was
Get your shit off.
it was that though. It was that.
Oh, wow, you need to talk.
I needed to say it.
Huh? Because I didn't want to say that and interrupt you.
Yeah.
Look like there now, whatever you guys say, you're gonna be like, damn, what the fuck was I about to say?
No. I wasn't gonna lose that. I wasn't gonna lose that. You ready?
Oh man, here we go again. I can talk this one.
Yeah.
All right.
Keeping all this too. I can talk this one. Yo.
There you go. Oh, so now they're gonna see why I be chuckling right before.
Yeah.
But it's usually you though.
Listen, man. You ready? Are you
Yes,
ready
sir.
for me? Listen, man. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another episode of Love versus Logic. I'm your host, Drew, a.k.a. Dr. Drew Marr, a.k.a. Drew Wick. I'm here with my co-host. State your name, sir.
Low key, same name as last week. Welcome to another episode of Love vs. Logic, episode 62. 60 deuce.
6 deuce.
Okay. This your first time here, everything's a J-O-K-E. Maybe not.
Sometimes.
Read between the lines, we don't know. Returning listeners, thank you for returning again. Like, comment, subscribe, everybody. New podcast is usually every, Tuesday, 10 a.m. If it ain't Tuesday, 10 a.m., don't message me and say where the podcast at. Might be later or some shit like that.
Absolutely message him and ask where the podcast at.
Can I talk to the people?
Absolutely.
See, this when I say shit like that, they're supposed to stop me like, what?
Absolutely.
And say shit like that. But yeah, what's going on? How you feeling today, man?
I'm feeling good, man.
That's good. Glad to hear.
Had a couple interactions with some people over some things. I thought they were great interactions for me personally. Listen, anybody that supports this, I appreciate you. And if it's something that you don't like, genuinely, don't like something you think that we could fix, something that you would want to see, right? Like we're open, right? Like you can sit up there and say like, oh, I like what y'all doing, but maybe if y'all could do this, or because I understand, you got two guys up here, and a lot of times people don't want to listen to us. Mainly women, right?
They want to hear me.
Listen, mainly women don't want to listen to us because our audience is 80% male, right? Mm-hmm. Like the demographic says 80%. So that means 20%, is women. Look, if it's something, right? And absolutely, we talk about it all the time. Like we want to get a female presence on the show. And we will do that. In the new year, we will have we'll get some.
Fuck all that shit. That ain't the problem. The problem is y'all women keep listening to other women to get y'all advice from men. And the statistics showing that it's niggas here telling y'all what y'all should be doing to keep y'all man and to get a nigga, but y'all ain't here getting the information.
Okay, that's how you feel. All right. I agree. I'm telling you right, listen.
Don't slow walk them. We coming in hot.
Women listen to women to tell them how to treat a man. And real talk, they don't fucking know, right? Because here's the thing. This is the thing that kills me. Women will tell you straight up and down, right? Oh, like a woman knows a woman's body better than a man does, right? Because they have the same body. They have the same body parts. If a motherfucker man is telling you how to treat a man, why wouldn't you listen to that? Right? Because nigga, we got the same fucking brain, right? Like we had
you don't know how my nigga want to be treated.
It's like, so it's like,
I do.
So it's like we have these double standards, right? So it's like, okay, men can sleep with multiple women and not be a hoe. Women can't sleep with multiple men because they would be labeled a hoe. But then, they have a problem with that. But then when it comes to a man telling you how to treat a man, right? Women are like you're going to listen to your girlfriend that ain't got no man. The fuck? What type of sense does that make?
Because y'all on the same mission to get one.
It's like, well, y'all both fucking failing. You know what I'm saying? Like two broke motherfuckers.
It's like, yo, we in this together.
Two broke motherfuckers coming together. Like, yo, this is how we gonna get to the money. When it's the rich motherfucker over here that can tell you, they telling you what to do, and you're like, nah, that shit don't sound right.
Sometimes that shit don't be right.
Listen, man.
I understand though. No,
man. Women be on some straight bullshit. And I'm not woman bashing, but it's real shit. Like I'm sitting up here telling you. Like you ever I have women friends, and these women friends come to me, like we talk, we have conversations, and I give them advice. If you heed my advice, right, Like I'm telling you what's going to fucking happen. Like I can tell you I can walk you through it step by step.
Who taught you how to keep a nigga?
Whoa. That's not something I learned.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
I'm just asking the question.
That's a wild fucking question.
Okay. Because last time we was taught, talking about being taught. I got you.
But real shit though, it's I don't understand why women don't listen to more men.
Because they like to hear the shit that they thinking. Everybody want to be right.
Like
so it's like, all right, I'm gonna go to this and I'm gonna go to this particular situation because I know they're gonna talk what I want to hear. Because they feel the same way I feel, so they're gonna reassure me that the bullshit that I'm doing is okay for me to do. So now I got a whole support system of people who are like-minded like me in this type of situation. So hell yeah, root together.
And don't get me wrong, and I want to make this clear, right? Because all men don't have a woman's best interest at heart when giving them advice, because some of these motherfuckers is like they soft. They're looking for their end. They looking like, damn, like how can I get her to stop fucking with him so she fuck with me?
Which is crazy.
But it happens, right? Because
yeah.
I know you. We talking about homie. He got a little issue, right? Somebody was dogging him to his girl. Oh boy.
I don't know. Keep going.
Listen, but anyway, it'll come to you. Yeah.
Crazy.
Yeah. We're gonna talk about that. We're gonna get him on here. Pardon me. Every guy doesn't have your best interests at heart when it comes to doing that. But I'm like, this is when you have to be able to recognize the real from the fake. It's like, yo, I don't have a horse in the race. You dig what I'm saying? I'm gonna just tell you straight like this, like, whatever your man doing, like son on some bullshit. But I'm gonna also tell you when you want some bullshit. Any dude that's not telling you, like, you ain't on no bullshit at all. Like, nah. If that's what he's telling you every fucking time, yeah, like he got a horse in the race. Like he trying to get something done.
Let me ask you this. Now, being that more men listen to us, are they wrong too for not going to the woman?
Going to the woman to find out what?
Yeah. But even though we don't know like the other numbers and shit.
If you don't think that if you don't believe that you know your woman, absolutely. If you don't believe that you know her, yeah. You think what I'm saying? Like, I don't need a woman to tell me how to treat my woman.
For sure.
I'm proficient at this shit.
Gotcha.
You dig what I'm saying? Like, I don't think that it's a woman that I've ever been with that wouldn't come back.
Talk that Mac shit.
I'm just keeping it a fucking buck.
A Mac could say that.
Like, it's real shit for me though. I don't think that it's a single one.
I got you. And that's because you left the situation doing what you were supposed to be doing as the man in a relationship. That's what you're saying, right?
Absolutely.
I figured that.
Absolutely. I'm like, I think this shit is simple. Like
women, relationships?
Yes, relationships are absolutely simple. They're not as complex or complicated as motherfuckers make them seem.
Yes.
The problem comes in where you motherfuckers sit up there and you sidestep and you don't pay attention.
Or when you move the goalposts. I think it's a lot of goalposts moving. Ooh.
Always.
A lot of goalposts moving.
There's tons of goalposts moving. There's tons of, because if you can recognize something that's wrong when another person does it, you should be able to recognize that it's wrong when you do it. Anytime that doesn't occur, you're moving a fucking goalpost. I will reiterate. If you can recognize something wrong when another person does it, you should be able to recognize it when you do it. And if you cannot, you are moving the goalpost. You might be a fucking narcissist if you can't recognize when you're wrongdoing. Because here's the thing, if I'm having a conversation with you and you say, yo, I don't like the fact that you did this, my direct response shouldn't be, well, I did it because you did this. It should be, well, what about that bothered you? What exactly about that bothered you? Right? Because I'm never trying to continue an argument, right? Like, I'm trying to come to a solution, come to a resolution.
But at the same time, I understand what you're saying. Hey, but for the people who do say, and I'm not speaking for myself, even though I have done it before, I did this because of this reason. It's so you can understand. We all doing shit for a reason. So I'm getting straight to the point before a motherfucker asks me why I did it. This is why I did it. No.
You can, but I need to know why it bothered you.
Gotcha.
Like, I need to know what exactly about it bothered you.
Gotcha. See if it's some deep rooted issues.
Like, women keep following women, right? And this is why it's okay. Like, motherfuckers was just talking about, oh, women in their whole phase. You want a woman in a whole phase?
Yes.
No, you don't.
Why not? You can look at me like that all you want. You ask the questions, I'm gonna keep on answering them, sir.
So, what is a whole phase? What's the whole phase that you willing to accept?
Oh, I love it. Whatever you want to do, I'm here for you.
So she said, they said, all right, cool. She want to go get gangbanged. That's cool.
What's that?
This what we doing?
I'm asking the question.
Your shorty tells you, hey, I want to have a sexual interaction with 3 guys at one time.
Let her be free.
But I still want to be with you.
It's her body. Let her be free.
But she still want to be with you. You accepting that?
We only renting it.
Are you accepting that?
Yes.
You gonna be with her?
Yeah.
You gonna marry her?
I'm gonna stick beside her.
You gonna marry her?
I guarantee it.
You gonna marry her?
Hey man, ain't nothing you can do to make that honest. So can't marry her. Come on.
So you can't.
Nah, I'm just playing. I understand what you're saying. No. I'm not. I'm getting out like that.
I know you don't. That's what I'm saying. Like, you sitting up here playing and shit.
But I say things like that because there is someone out there that says things like this.
That's fine, right? Because let's address that. Let's address that, right? Because is that the majority or the minority? It's the minority.
How do you count it?
Come on, man.
What surveys have you done?
I've been living on this earth for 30-something years.
What state have you lived in more than 2 states in your life?
I've been living on this earth for 30-something years.
And only lived in one state, and you're going to tell me about the majority or something without doing any surveys or research?
My life is the research.
In one state of your life.
One state.
You ain't lived nowhere else, and you talking about
I don't need to live somewhere else.
You ain't do no research. No studies.
I'm gonna tell you right now.
You don't know the majority.
All these girls is quite the same. So it ain't your pencil, is how you write your name. A prophet said that. A prophet said that. Like, this is real shit. Like, we can sit up here all day long and talk about, everybody's different. You got men and then you have women. You have people that are attracted to each other. When we are attracted to each other, we do certain things. Right?
What we do.
We have these fucking...
What we do.
I'm
going to break it down. No, we do.
We have these things. Like, we have this outline. Like, we have these things embedded in us that we do to attract the person that we want.
Okay. We see somebody that's attractive. Men, women, they do certain things to get the attention of the other person. That's where you're going. Gotcha,
yeah, that's what we do.
Mm-hmm.
So when we sit up here and we try to say, well, everybody's different, listen. It's simple. When you're going for somebody that you like you're trying to win them over. You're trying to show them, hey, like, this is why you should be with me, right? Like, we're gonna simplify shit as much as possible. You say, okay, this is why you should be with me. That's in a nutshell. That's what you're doing to try to win them over. When a woman tells a woman how to get a man that doesn't have a man, that's actively trying to get a man, why the fuck would you listen to her?
Because somebody who has a man gave her the blueprint, and now she's just passing it along to all the ladies so they could get a man together.
You got to ask yourself a question, right? this real shit. You have to ask yourself this question. The person that you taking this relationship advice from, when you take relationship advice from someone, are they happy in their relationship? Because if the answer is no, then why the fuck are you listening to them?
But we wouldn't even know.
Right?
Wouldn't know.
Everybody's so fake. Everybody's so scared of what somebody else thinks of them. They so afraid to be honest. Right? I was saying this today. How many people are in a relationship with the person that they wanted? Like, motherfuckers are in relationships with the person that they're with, not with the person that they wanted. They wanted somebody else.
Okay.
But this is the person that they're with because they couldn't get that other person. If there's somebody else that you would rather be with right fucking now, this is to you. You can't give anybody advice. You can't. If you settled, you can't. if you went for something and you failed, like you failed, I couldn't get short.
So is she gonna teach you how to get it at this level when you could be more than that?
Like what? Like
It happens.
what?
It happens. It happens.
It's
It
insane
happens.
to me.
It happens.
And I'm like, I do believe that the whole relationship dynamic is simple. Because I know it's simple for me.
Yeah.
Do what it is that I ask of you and we'll be okay.
Now.
I'm going to do what it is that you ask of me and we're going to be okay. The shit is really that fucking simple.
For sure.
It's like, okay, well, I'm not with that.
But the thing is, they don't say it out of their mouth. They show you that they're not with it. You get what I'm saying?
No.
Okay, so you say do what I say, right?
Do what I ask.
Whatever. I'm not trying to paint you as the bad guy right now.
Mm-hmm.
So you say do what I ask, right?
Mm-hmm.
And she's clearly not doing what you asked.
Mm-hmm.
She's showing you that she's not with it.
Right.
That's what I just said.
Okay.
So that's what I mean. Instead of her saying, I'm not with this shit. Why show me you ain't with this shit? At that point, speak. You
Look,
get what I'm saying? You speak up. If you're not with something, speak up so we don't got to keep dragging this shit along.
The women got into this, okay. The men are not on the internet talking about, yeah, I'm in my Playboy era.
Yes, they are.
No, they're not. What weird motherfuckers out here doing that?
I don't know, but I just know. I know it's a group of them right now.
Yo, come
yo.
on. I'm in my city boy era. Yo, what?
Excuse me.
What?
Yeah, that's wild.
This is weird.
City Boys up 1-0.
It's weird. But the women out here doing what? Oh, I'm in my whole phase.
Okay.
I'm in my soft girl era.
Soft girl, what's that?
They say, matter of fact,
I heard of the whole era, but at a certain age, or I'm not even gonna put an age on it. At a certain level of growth, if you missed it, you just missed it. It's like you don't got to go back for that.
yeah,
You agree?
I absolutely agree.
But if you did happen to go through your phase, it's like, all right, cool. You get what I'm saying? I can't knock you for it. But I am going to knock you for trying to go back and go get it. Now, I mean, you've been living your whole life as you were. There's no reason to go back to that. Or even try it.
I was trying to get a woman on the phone to tell me about the soft girl era.
You know they don't pick up for you. Maybe I had a comeback for that one.
You funny.
Soft girl era. If you know what the soft girl era is, comment down below. I'm not sure if you're going to butcher it or not, because you don't speak for the ladies.
I can't speak for the ladies.
Don't ever speak for the ladies.
I can't speak for them in this with the whole soft girl era thing. But they sit up here and they continuously, I'm in this era, I'm in that era.
So they have different eras. It's not just one type of lifestyle that they're going through. It's like this at this particular time I'm gonna do this. At this particular time I'm gonna do this. I don't mix any of these things up and just mold myself into one.
And this is the funny thing, right?
Or is that just trying new things out to find yourself? What about that?
Don't lose who you are trying to find yourself.
What about that? What if they're going through all of these phases to find out which one they like? Serious question. What do you say to that?
It's you don't need to do certain things to find out who you are. I believe this. I believe this wholeheartedly.
So you want to have business again?
I believe, but this is for anybody. This is for anybody. Because it's mighty funny, right? That women got to, they got to say they got a whole phase. They got to say, I'm going through my soft girl era. They got to say they're going through this and they going through that, right? What are the guys saying? Because this is the thing, right?
He's out here doing
a dude got to, like, I gotta be a man from the moment I start dealing with a woman. I don't get to go through no fucking era. I don't get to go through no phase. I don't get to go through none of that shit.
That's a fact though.
Like this is real. We don't get to go through none of that shit.
It sounds like you wish we
No,
had
I don't
a way
wish
to go
none
through
of that
it.
shit. I'm just showing that there's a consistency level with us motherfuckers. It's like, yo, okay, cool. I want you to get to this person, right? And once you get to this person, we'll be good. Mm-hmm. But how are you going to get there? Because that's the whole thing, right? That's really the whole fucking thing. Like these women are leading these women down this path, trying to, if you want to be a wife, whatever. I don't know. If you don't want to be a wife, cool. That's fine. Like, but if you want to be a mother and a wife,
I'm a mother.
you can't take advice from a woman that doesn't want that. And you can't take advice from a woman that became a mother, wanted to be a wife, but failed at it. Because here's the thing that motherfuckers is not going to tell you. They're not going to tell you the actual failures. It's not many motherfuckers is going to sit up here and tell you, yo, the relationship ended because of me. Because people are not honest.
Because that's what I was getting ready to say. I'm about to say you can take advice from them if they're going to keep it real with you.
If they're going to keep it a buck.
You the don'ts. Like, this is where I failed at. So you can learn from it.
Right, but
that's different.
You should learn from other people's mistakes. But stop listening to these motherfuckers.
And that should be passed down too.
Like I saw something the other day, and I've spoken on it before, where we talk about, you know, the women of yesterday versus the women today.
Right.
And I see women talk about how, oh, you know, like, I want a man like, you know, the men from, you know, back in the day that did this and did this and did this. Let me tell you something. Those men from back in the day that your grandmammy and your great grandmammy was married to. Your great grandmother and your grandmother was doing certain things. Here's the thing: your grandmother couldn't fucking leave.
She couldn't read.
She couldn't leave. Right? She wasn't self-sufficient.
So we talking about that tradition.
like I'm telling you what it is. Like, she wasn't self-sufficient. Like, hold on, I gotta, for real.
My grandmother was self-sufficient. I don't know. Bless you. God bless you.
Thank you.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Listen, she couldn't leave.
My grandmother
she didn't go to work.
My grandmother worked.
Right? Like, they didn't go to work to pay the fucking bills. So it was like, yo, he went to work, he came home, he paid the bills. Like, yo, she was in there cooking and taking care of the children. Y'all don't even want to do that. Your grandmother wasn't out in the motherfucking club shaking her ass, bartending on motherfucking Friday, Saturday, and Sunday night. And she wasn't doing that.
Those the money days.
Like, she wasn't doing that. And guess what? When he came home, there was a cooked meal on the table.
So you're saying that's your minimum?
No, I'm not even talking about me right now. I'm not even talking about what's my minimum.
In general, not you personally. When I ask you this question, it's not you like personally, like in general. Like, that's like a minimum. Cook, take care of the kids, and take care of home. That's all I ask of you. Minimum. What
Right?
Men ask for.
Minimum. But when they sit up here and they talk about these men of that past decade, I'm gonna tell you like this: those motherfuckers had other families. So it's like, oh, these new niggas, they these new motherfuckers, I'm gonna tell you what these new motherfuckers is doing. They just dressing different.
Who, the grandfathers?
No. These new motherfuckers, they just dressing different, right? Because they wearing purses and shit. You get what I'm saying? Like, real talk. Like, they wearing purses and shit. But your grandfather was cheating on your grandmother too. Like, niggas had families across town. It's
so are we gonna bring that part back too?
They don't want to.
Oh.
They don't want to. That's what I'm saying. Like, stop saying this shit. Like, stop saying it, because it's like your grandmother's not telling you. No bullshit. This is an absolutely true story. I had a female friend. She found out in her adult years, in her fucking late 20s, that her grandfather cheated on her grandmother, and he had another little family.
How old was she? You said adult years?
Yeah, her adult years. She was 28 or some shit like that.
Okay.
When she found out. So, for 27 years, she believed that her grandfather was a different person. Because she thought that, oh, you know, so I want a man like my granddaddy. You said this for 27 years.
Gotcha.
For 27 years, you said, I want a man like my granddaddy. Year 28, my granddaddy ain't shit.
Why though?
Year 28, your granddaddy ain't shit now?
What if they broke up? Then, he had a little family.
Year 28, your granddaddy ain't shit now?
That's crazy. All them years don't mean nothing.
It's like, your grandmother stuck by him, right? Your grandmother stuck by him.
Oh, okay.
So now it's, oh, well.
So they still together.
So now, but here's the thing, right? So now, you went, okay, 27 years, I want a man like my granddaddy. Year 28, you find out your granddaddy got another family. Now, oh, granddaddy ain't shit.
Yeah.
Is grandma stupid?
Mm-hmm.
Is grandma stupid? Are you calling grandma stupid to her face?
I don't know. Some of them would.
Are you going to do it?
Is grandma stupid for sticking beside her grandfather?
Is she stupid?
He had another family.
If You want that love of last decade. You want the love of last decade. That's what it comes with.
We're not talking 2010, right?
No.
Oh, okay.
We talking about, you know, the 60s, the 50s, whatever. The last century, I should say, not the last decade. The last century. You want the love of the last century, that's what it comes with.
I got you.
Right? But here's the thing. These women sitting up here perpetuating these fucking these storylines, right? One of my favorite movies, Pretty Woman. You know why it's one of my favorite movies? Because it's so fucking outlandish, right? It's so fucking far-fetched. Hollywood say, yo, I'm gonna sell y'all this. I'm gonna sell you a story of a whore. And like I like the movie. It's a great movie. I'm gonna sell you a story of a whore that meets Prince Charming. He uses her like a whore, but then he falls in love with her. And then at the end, they tell you, you know, Richard Gere, he goes, he like, yo, this is so funny. In Pretty Woman, you have a whore. She's doing her job. She meets a guy. He treats her like a whore. He then starts to fall for the whore, right? He falls in love with her. And I only mean whore professionally because that was her profession. Before the end of the movie, he tells her, hey, you know, we had fun. How about I put you up in an apartment and everything? And you know, I come see you when I want. Right? I come see you when I want. And she's like, I can't be, you know, your beck and call girl. I just get to see you whenever you come into town and, you know, we sleep together and whatever. So she leaves. He decides, damn, I really want her. This is what they're trying to sell you. He says, I really want her. So he goes to her apartment and he climbs up the fire escape and they embrace and they kiss. And this is what people didn't get about that part of the movie, right? After that happens, there's a black man screaming, welcome to Hollywood. What's your dream? Bet you motherfuckers didn't get that part. Because
I'm saying that was just a dream.
It's a fucking dream. She's a whore.
That was somebody's life.
She's a whore.
That was somebody's real life, and they just made a movie out.
She's a whore. She was a hoe. Like, this was her job. This was her profession.
You don't think that should be going on?
Where was Pretty Woman 2? Where's the sequel?
He said they figured out it was me. They figured out it was me, so he said, nah, y'all can't do part 2 of my life.
Where's the sequel?
I'm telling you, that's my real life situation that happened.
And I bet you, and women was like, oh my God, I want a man to treat me like that. He treated her like a whore. It's like she got some nice things out of it, right? Like he took her to the opera.
But was she a whore though? She was a whore, right?
That was a profession.
Okay.
She was a hooker.
So that means the woman has to be a whore in order to get treated like.
To get treated nice?
If that's what they.
I'm not saying that's the message of the movie.
Saying a woman saying, I want to be treated like that.
Yeah.
So you got to be a whore. Are you willing to be a whore to be treated like that?
Listen. Men don't want whores, right? They don't want hoes.
Yes, they do.
Not to stay with. They want women with hoe attributes. Gotcha. Not hoe tendencies, but hoe attributes.
For sure, I like the way you put that.
Because hoe tendencies mean she tends to step out, do a attribute. Like when you attribute certain things, like when you say like the title of hoe, like you're thinking of somebody who's proficient in sex.
Gotcha. So,
yeah, like I want a woman with, not me per se, but men want women with hoe attributes. A woman as good, like they've been telling you, a freak in the sheets, a woman in the streets. They'll carry yourself a certain way. And before motherfuckers go off and saying, okay, well, I don't think that, you know, the number of guys that a woman sleeps with makes her a hoe. What does that say about her though? I mean, because is her not allowing men to, you know, inside of her body, is that not how she carries herself? Is that not part of how she carries herself?
That's a fact.
Because if you ask me, I'm say, well, what do you think about her? It's like, well, I don't think she's exclusive. Like she's not exclusive.
For sure.
Like there's nothing like. What's the exclusivity? That's what men like, exclusivity.
You're tying it all together.
I'm just telling you, man. Like you want to keep listening to your auntie who don't have a man. You want to listen to your grandmama who got cheated on. You want to listen to your mama who married your daddy and then got divorced because your daddy wasn't shit. That's the other thing. Like women sit up here, they get with these guys that ain't shit. Like I could have told you that motherfucker wasn't shit. I've been told you that. They don't listen though. They don't listen.
You out here dirty macking?
They don't need nah.
Like nah, he ain't shit.
Never
He ain't
dirty
shit.
man. But I'm like if that's my friend, I'm gonna let her know. Like why you
nah.
fucking with him? Like don't fuck with son. Like I'm telling you that shit ain't gonna end well.
Don't fuck with done.
Like I'm telling you the shit not gonna end well. You can sit up here and keep listening to these. They tell you all the time. It's like yeah, like women don't know how to pick men. The fuck? We being real?
Yeah. We're being real now.
This is women don't know how to pick fucking men, right? They sit up there and what are they attracted to? Well, good girls like bad boys. What? You know how stupid that sounds?
No.
Good girls like bad boys.
Like some type of excitement.
Some type of excitement.
That type of excitement, like the little. I mean, I get it.
Listen to Meet the Parents by Jay-Z and tell me if that's the life you want to live.
Who, me? Oh, you talking to them?
Listen to Meet the Parents.
I'm just saying it's out there.
Like, go ahead, go listen to Meet the Parents, and that's how that bad boy, good girl story ends. Like, it's all fun and games. It's all fun and games. Oh, he's dangerous until your stupid ass getting indicted with him. It's all fun and games until that shit is happening, right? So you losing your job. So now you can't use your fucking degree because you wanted to be with a bad boy. That's where that comes from. What? You know how stupid that shit sounds? Like it's insane. It's like, I like them dangerous. Yeah, so you riding through the ops hood and they shoot up the car. Some dude was just on the internet talking about how the ops shot at him and this girl got shot. He didn't get hit. She laid up in the hospital though. He making a video like ops ain't get me.
Oh,
yeah.
Oh wow.
Yeah.
I think I seen that shit.
Like what?
Yeah, that is crazy.
Man, come on, man.
That is crazy.
I ain't got nothing.
But they don't give a fuck though. That just show you right there.
Yeah, that just shows you right there. They don't know what the fuck they doing because they're listening to each other.
I wasn't talking about the woman. I'm talking about the nigga. Sometimes the nigga don't even give a fuck about you. But you care so much about him though. You get what I'm saying?
Listen, he taking your car. He picking up another bitch. You know what I mean? He giving it back to you. No gas in the car.
I knew that was coming.
Like giving it back to you. No gas in the car.
He tried fun.
You know what I'm saying? That cell phone bill you pay. He talking to another shorty while you at work.
It's just crazy though.
You know what I mean? He texting her.
I think that's very disrespectful. I know we closing. That's very disrespectful.
It is.
You pay the bill. You gonna talk to another nigga on the bill that I'm paying for?
Listen,
the audacity. I gave you minutes.
I
gave you life.
I'm not even gonna hold you, brother.
That's crazy. You close this out.
I'm not even gonna hold you.
That's crazy to me, son.
Couldn't be me though. Like I'm not.
Well, it is.
Like, it's not happening, man. Listen, ladies, you want to keep listening to women that's not being honest with you about their relationships and trying to foster your own relationships based off of what the fuck they tell you? Be my fucking guest. But you want a successful relationship? Something like your daddy could tell you where your mama went wrong. If she was the one wrong. Mm-hmm. You get what I'm saying? But for whatever reason, we demonize men, right? Like they demonize them, like, oh, like it had to be his fault. Mm-hmm. So all men are dogs and da 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 da. I'm telling you right now, have a real ask your mama some real shit. Ask your grandmama some real shit. Ask her like, damn, what happened with you and granddaddy? Ask him some real shit. Ask him to be honest with you. Matter of fact, if you can, get your mama and your daddy in the same damn room. Get your grandma and your grandpa in the same damn room. Get your auntie and your uncle that's divorced, get them in the same room and ask the fucking questions. Because I'm telling you right now, you put me in a room with any of my exes, any of the mothers of my children and ask what happened, I guarantee you, motherfucker, I'm gonna say everything I always say.
It wasn't me.
No, I ain't Shaggy. But I can tell you where I went wrong,
For sure.
and I can tell you where they went wrong. But here's the thing. This is another thing. People don't want to look like the bad guy.
Of course.
If you don't want to look like the bad guy, you can't be trusted.
If you don't want to look like the bad guy, don't do bad guy shit. That's simple. If you don't want to look like something, don't portray yourself to be. Don't do shit that make you look that way. That's very simple.
Listen, man.
And it don't take a rocket scientist to learn that.
Ladies, I love you. I'm serious though. Like I do.
I know you do. I know you do.
Like I want everybody to be happy because I'll be honest with you. Like I'm happy. You get what I'm saying? Like, cause I'm me. I don't have to try to pretend to be anybody else. If it's something that needs to be said, I'm gonna fucking say it. Like I ain't worried about nothing. You dig what I'm saying? Have those real conversations. Don't tell me that, oh, I want the love that my grandparents had. And then you find out what happened with your grandparents. Oh, now that's not goals.
Yeah, you gotta split it in half. Like, I want this part, but
you can't get this without that.
keep the other shit.
Can't get this without that. And I'm telling, and if your granddaddy ain't shit, then your grandmama got to be weak.
What?
Right? Because if I say it could never be me. Because I'm telling you right now, let pops be like, yeah, you know, your mama cheated on me, but I stayed. I'm gonna look at him like, nigga, you wildin'.
Yeah, but just because
you wildin',
it can never be me, that don't mean you weak. It just ain't for me.
Ask me the question, why could it never be you?
Because it ain't for me. I don't allow shit like that. The way my shit is set up, I don't allow shit like that.
The way my alphaism is set up, the way my alphaism is set up.
What you allow is what you allow. And I don't got nothing to do with
so
me.
If a motherfucker, so let's have a conversation. So why it couldn't be you? Because
it ain't me.
Because it ain't you? You think I'm weak?
Nah.
So you think I'm strong for staying with your mama?
I don't think you're strong or weak. I don't think shit of you.
That's it.
Like, I'm not understanding. I'm not sitting here to think anything about you, my
That's
nigga.
crazy. Come on, man.
All right, yo, we see y'all niggas next week.
Next week. Stop being weak.